Got him. Yo, it's been a minute. Lately, guys, I've been in tournament mode, fishing a bunch of tournaments in Corpus, in Houston, along the Texas coast. And unfortunately, the weather has pretty much sucked. Yeah, we are about to get pounded by this front. This should make for an interesting afternoon, that's for sure. Wow, this is crazy. That's a good trout. That is a good trout. Not today, Redfish tournament day, but dang, that's a fat trout. That's a pretty good trout, guys. I'll take that. How about a redfish now, though? But it did get me thinking, I think you guys will appreciate a spring/summer lure video. I did it for winter. You guys seem to like it. The number one question I get across all the channel is like, what do you throw? And like, what kind of rigs do you set up with? And it's pretty much the same. I usually don't change because I found something that works and it continues to work, so why change it? So for all the new viewers, I'm gonna be making a video right now to tell you pretty much everything I throw all through spring and summer. And if you guys have been here for a long time, like I know a lot of you guys have, it's kind of the same stuff that I've used for a really long time in all my videos. I'm actually rigging up for a tournament right now, and that's why I thought it would be a good time to make the video, because fishing a tournament tomorrow, gotta have stuff to rig. Now at the same time, there are a lot of lures that catch fish out there. These are just the ones that I kind of, my go-tos. I'll throw different lures all the time, that's for sure. But these are like my go-to setups that when I want to go out there and just put some fish in the boat, this is what I'm tying on. We're gonna start off with the most fun option, and that's the Topwater. For the Topwater, I'm throwing a Lew's Tournament Pro G. It's like a 7-speed, 7.5 I believe is the gear ratio here. I've got 30-pound braid. Pretty much all my setups, 30-pound braid. That's what I like, that's what I use. I do have a 7-foot medium with a fast action tip. I like a fast action when I'm throwing a Topwater. It gives it that little extra pop, makes it a little bit easier to walk. I do like throwing this with a mono leader. Mono floats. If I'm lazy, I'll put fluoro on there because if it's short enough, it really doesn't matter, but I'll try to go mono here. 20 pound is usually around the range, 20 to 25 to 30. It's up to you. And then my connector knot that I use, I'm lazy. I don't tie an FG. FG is probably a better knot. I just use a double uni. I've never had one fail on me, so that's what I'm sticking with. That's that. Spring and summer for topwaters, I love the she-dog. In the summer, more active fish. They like that loud rattle. It'll bring them in from farther, in my opinion, and you can catch them. I think I'm gonna throw bone. Gonna be fishing down in the Houston area, so bone is a really good color for the marshes. And here I tie a loop knot every time for topwaters. It really helps with that walking action. If you're having trouble walking the dog, I recommend learning to tie a loop knot. It should help you out pretty significantly. And there you have it. And of course, who could turn down a topwater bite? And then of course, they can also just catch absolute giants. Oh, that was a red. Redfish. He's on it. He's still on it. He's still on it.
Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
He's right behind it.
He was right on it. Here he is. No, that's not where you want to be. Right here. Yeah! Woo! Woo! Oh my God! He's bigger than I thought.
Yeah,
Oh!
when he flashed, he was like, oh shit.
Oh, I saw when he was all over that topwater. I was just like, oh my God. Trout, redfish, even flounder. They'll all eat a topwater, and it's just the most fun way to catch fish. Next up are obviously soft plastics. Stuff like down south lures, saltwater assassins. I know a lot of you guys like Z-Mans. I've been throwing them lately. Trying to get into those. They're a little stretchy for me. Wow! What the? But I'm trying. Gamblers, Slayer Inc., whatever your typical thing is, whatever you have confidence in, that's what you should be throwing. For these, I really like fluorocarbon. I'm going 30-pound fluorocarbon. And again, double uni, and then will do a loop knot as well. So yeah, double uni knot, loop knot, you're good to go. Jig head wise, Bass Assassin makes a pretty good jig head. I also like Rockport Rattlers. They do have a rattle. There's other rattling jig head companies. Those sometimes can make all the difference in getting a bite or not. And then ones that I do actually really like, I'll let you read the name because I don't think I can say it thanks to YouTube. Those ones are good. Now when it comes to jig head weight, that can be a much more difficult question. It varies based on how deep a water you're in, water conditions, stuff like that. Wind definitely plays a role. I'll throw everything from ½ ounce all the way down to 1/16 ounce. Deeper water, more wind, I'll go heavier. Shallower water, I'll go lighter. That's pretty much what I use to determine what size jig head I'm going to be throwing. Tomorrow I know I'm going to be in like a foot to 2 feet of water, so I went with an 1/8. I'm not afraid to throw a 1/16, but the wind's going to be up a little bit. Weather's not supposed to be great, so I went with an 1/8. Might even go to 3/16, maybe even a 1/4, depending on when I get out there and look at the water. That's when I'll really kind of make my decision as to if I'm going to stick with this or not. If you have further questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Reel-wise, I actually did just pick this reel up. This is another Lose tournament. I really like it. Really smooth, really long casting distance. Been enjoying it. And again, 30-pound braid. 7-foot medium action rod. You could go medium light on this. You could go medium heavy on this. I do like medium. I do have a 7-speed, 7.5 to 1 gear ratio. Don't be afraid of an 8.1. In the summer or spring, sometimes the faster you reel it, the more reaction strikes you'll get out of those fish. Really, I don't think there is too fast in the spring and summer. So I like a little bit faster reels. And they flat out catch fish. This is actually one you haven't seen. This is from one of the tournament days that the weather was really bad. I caught this on a Bass Assassin soft plastic. There we go. It's a pretty good one. Upgrade, yeah. You guys know I cannot make a lure rig video without talking about the greatest combination of lure and rig on the planet when it comes to flats fishing and marsh fishing. It's the popping cork. Now it's such an easy technique and it just flat out catches fish, as you can see here.
Like someone sent me a picture. Who do I talk to about the... Oh!
Holy crap! Oh my god, he hit it like a freight train. Beautiful red. Another male. All seem to be males. That popping cork seemed to do the trick. That is a nice fish, man. That is a nice one. Ow, don't bite me, please. Now in that baffin video, I am using a woody popping cork, and you guys just absolutely loved it. I only have ever seen them at Fin Factory in Corpus, so I'll leave a link to that in the description because I know you guys absolutely love this popping cork. 30-pound braid, mainline, 30-pound fluoro underneath the cork. I'm going to be fishing in about, like I said, foot to 2 foot of water, so I went with about 16 inches of drop to an 1/8 ounce jig head. Now I do like throwing popping corks on spinning tackle. 7 foot, I actually like medium heavies when I go with popping corks. It's a little bit heavier to throw and you can power those fish in a little bit easier with a medium heavy rod. This is a Penn Pursuit 2. This one is a 3,000 size. I even like 2,000 size for inshore, and you really don't need anything bigger than 3,000 when you're inshore targeting these fish. And down here I still use a loop knot. I just think it gives your lure more action when it's down under the water, and that can trigger more bites. And again, it's more of a confidence thing for me, and the one thing with all of these setups, if you don't have confidence in them, you're not going to catch fish. So find something that you have confidence in, and I promise you that will lead to more successful outings. Lure wise, under your popping cork, I love me some gulp. Leaves off the scent, leaves some oils, brings those fish in. Very successful. Top tip with your gulps, don't leave them in the gulp container because they leak and they get everywhere. Go get you like a HEB food storage, like leak proof container. It will make your life just 10,000 times better, believe me. Nothing worse than filling the front hatch of your PA with gulp juice. An honorable mention is the gold spoon, especially for redfish. Silver spoon catches more trout in my opinion. Gold spoon catches more redfish. The ones that I like are the ones that have like golf ball indents on them. That gives it a little bit more flash when it's in the water, and it's flat out catches fish. It's one of those tried and true techniques. As you can see, this one has just been beat to heck. But still gives off a ton of reflection. Even, I think the beat up ones actually tend to catch more fish. I don't know why. Again, maybe it's just a confidence thing, but gold spoon, can't live without it. Now the last one I really want to talk about is for you guys who do stuff like me and fish in the marsh and you're sight fishing to super shallow redfish. My sight fishing bait of choice is the Bugs fishing lure. Link in the description. You guys always ask me about these things. This is my go-to sight fishing lure. I go with fluorocarbon leader, helps those fish not see it. And these things actually kind of fish like fly rods, so when you're in super shallow water, sight casting to redfish especially, these things can really work very well. As you saw in my intro, and I'll show it to you again, who cares? Got him. I just love showing that clip. It's a must-have if you're going to be marsh fishing and sight fishing for redfish, or just sight fishing for redfish wherever you're at. So that closes out my go-to rigs and setups. Hopefully that'll help you guys catch fish this spring and summer. The weather has just been really weird, hot, cold, raining, cold front. It's just been blowing like crazy. We're all going to get out on the water and we're going to get to fishing here very soon. I've got a couple videos coming up for you guys very soon. We catch stuff like this stringer. If you're following on Instagram, Texas Redfish Hunter, you'd have seen that. That video is coming soon. We're going to get back on track here, people. I love every single one of you. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm about to disappear right about now.